Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Signs of the Sojourner, where things have gotten a little bit more serious. So, we don't have a caravan to keep up with, we don't have any information about any festivals or anything going on, and I'm kind of thinking maybe we want to go east to start today. Aldhurst is circled diamond, which is a little awkward, although it looks like a lot of people we know are there. What is he doing? But I kind of want to try to connect all this stuff. Ramina is maybe a place where we could have a conversation. Moray is circled diamond, which is... it's possible, at least. It's square diamond. Tusende is a place where we could maybe have a conversation. What are the marks we have here? Big Basilio's been worried about his brother. Someone might have oh, yeah, that's a fair point. Isabella lives in Pachinko. Is she present? She is present. Oh, so... what's her face? I'm actually very torn about what to do here. Because I want to see the towns that we've not been to yet. And we've been putting effort into getting better at square. Triangle square, I mean, we should be good at Longgate. We didn't do so well in Longgate last time. Yeah, I'm really torn. Let's go this way first. Aurora seemed to recognize me. XN220 either recognized Mom's locket or just said the word locket in a fit of bad programming, which is totally possible. But yeah, it's definitely conspicuous, right? We're probably going to get real bummed out in Aldhurst by failing a bunch of conversations, because Circle Diamond is not our hot symbols. Yeah, let's go this way. As much as I really am curious about the whole circle plot, I'm also curious about the robot, and plus there's stuff over here to see. This is going to give us a point of fatigue before our first conversation, which I'm a little bummed out about. Can't we just, spend a couple of minutes playing with thunder? Although there doesn't appear to be much damage from the recent earthquake, most shops in the plaza are closed. Some locals stand at the street corner, eyeing the tents and makeshift shelters that have gone up as refugees trickle in. Aurora's store appears to be closed, but we can still talk to her for some reason. The uncooperative door to magnetic music is even more stuck than usual today. In fact, it's not opening at all. You try knocking. A moment later, the door cracks open and an annoyed Aurora appears. Sorry, magnetic music is closed for now. I got people I don't trust around the instruments coming into Aldhurst. Oh, is she horrible? Is she a horrible person? Okay, this is interesting. We might be okay here. That's really what I was hoping for, because that gives us this, and then beautiful. That said, we gotta get through a lot of conversation. I mean, you aren't one of them, I know. I remember you, and the locket, of course. It's just a safety precaution, so she also recognizes the locket. I have some questions about that. The earthquakes didn't touch Aldhurst, so we've become the destination of choice for the less fortunate. And you seem to have a problem with that, maybe? The elaborate won't break things. It'll give her a diamond, and then maybe she'll play Diamond Circle, and we could continue forward. Ah, you're killing me, lady, come on. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna put this down and hope that she can play off of it. Can't you take a hint? We're closed. Yeah, I think I'm about to get that hint. Okay, that's beautiful. So now we... We could play this... and hope that we top deck. I'm gonna do that. Top deck something that has a triangle on it. Okay, well, that's not actually gonna solve the problem, but she solves the problem, and then I can play off of that to make circle. We might be able to get through this. Honestly, these travelers are rude. This town used to attract artists, musicians, lovers, but now we're at capacity. It's not like Aldhurst can handle a population boom. Yeah, you might want to ask what the people who are population booming can handle. There's, infrastructure and other concerns. Who knows which of these folks have violent intent, you know? Yeah, boy. Boy, she's really something, huh? Aw, no circles? Okay, well, I think that's the end of the conversation then. My instruments are valuable. I can't afford to have anything unfortunate happen to them. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of happy to blow this. Ugh, and right when we drew Diamond, she has to play... If she had played literally anything else, right? A circle on the left or a diamond on the right, it would have been fine. Well, I guess we lose. That said, I like her a lot less than I used to, and maybe I'm fine with this going poorly. I'm making the right decisions for my store. If that bothers you, take your business elsewhere. Yeah, you're bad. You're bad, I don't like you, you're bad. Aurora closes the door in your face with a little more force than necessary to make her point. Perhaps you'd best leave her to it for now. Well... what do we want to do here? I'm honestly not... I don't love any of these cards. This is definitely a case where if we could take nothing, I would. So, diamond to circle... I mean, we could replace the backtrack with a naked double diamond, which I don't like very much. We could clarify over one of the accommodates, I suppose. I certainly don't want to do it over one of the circle triangle cards. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not happy about it. I don't want any of those cards. Hey, Salem. How are you doing, man? Are you feeling any less mean-spirited? Salem drives his shovel into the earth and leans upon it as you draw near. He's playing it cool, but anyone can see the sweat glistening on his brow. Wonderful Althurst wasn't hit as hard by recent events as its neighbors, but that's not to say it's gone untouched. So he opened up with diamond. We can work with that. Okay, that's nice. I mean, I think I just accommodate. Hope that he pushes it. Yeah. I think our hand looks pretty good for being able to finish this conversation. Unfortunately, this place seems to have become something of a beacon for refugees from the surrounding area. I'm sympathetic to their plight, but it's no excuse to be squatting on public property or causing trouble around town. I don't know, it might be an excuse to be, quote-unquote, squatting on public property. Like, literally, what else can they do? Well, if they were anything like Irid, it would be a different story. But despite his business acumen, he remains modest, modesty being, of course, chief of virtues. I never thought I'd be singing the praises of a pickle pusher, but really, he's nothing like Tessuto. We haven't met Tessuto in this playthrough. We did run into him in the Check It Out video. Well, whatever the case, desperate times call for desperate measures. This batch of kimchi isn't ready to be buried yet. However, if I don't do something with it soon, one of those squatters is likely to steal it the first moment my back is turned. This whole village I like less than I used to. Let's try to give him a double circle to play off of. Please don't play... Oh, but clarify. we have this clarify we got. It's actually pretty helpful. I don't like the look of that fellow they call Lars in particular. I'm sure you've seen him standing around. Hard to miss that one. I've been thinking it might be time to pick up and move someplace without this sort of riffraff. What is going on with everybody in this village? You encouraged Salem to consider his options if Althurst is no longer to his liking, and he gave us some kimchi. I guess I do still need stuff to sell, don't I? Okay. This, I think I might replace the clarify with this, because I'm trying to get better at diamond, right? And backtrack is so useful. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk to... Oh, Lars' thing is different. I was going to say let's talk to Lars now, because we have some diamond. He used to be square diamond, didn't he? But he's having a real rough go of things. He might be a tough one. I guess if we talk to Irid first, maybe we can pick up a square that'll make it a little bit easier. Hey Irid, how you doing, buddy? The Pickle Pro. There's at least one stall in the central square that's open for business, and the line is so long you're not even sure what it could be selling. You waited out to find the stall owner is none other than Irid. I couldn't have just, like, walked past. Hey there. It's always nice to see a familiar face. Bet you didn't expect to find me out here. But you're not here for small talk, eh? You're here for my world-famous pickles. Dude works fast. He definitely had nothing to do with pickles last time we talked to him. I'm gonna... Do I want to do the chatter now? Yeah, we may as well chatter into this thing. Okay. Always like to start the final line of conversation with an accord. Now, I may not be the only pickle game in town, nor do I claim to be. But what I am is the most unique. Yep, that's me. Okay, I believe that. All my ingredients are locally sourced, and not just organic, but extra organic. What does that mean? My best sellers, these here pickled crawdads. Got them from some old robot in a neighboring town. Same one that gave me the vinegar. So, want to try one? I mean, that might be okay. This is a little awkward, though. Because he's not going to be able to play off of this, right? Wait, is he? I mean, worst case scenario is this breaks the accord, right? Oh no, he's fine. And then, that's right, he was Circle Diamond. I said he wasn't going to be able to play off that, and I was like, wait, what is his second symbol? Ah, geez, looks like I'm actually sold out. Hey, I thought this interaction was going well. Bummer, I know you were totally looking forward to a taste test. Tell you what, next time, I'll make sure to have a whole jar set aside just for you. No need to thank me. What are friends for? Thanking Irid anyway, you leave him counting out his earnings, which actually appears substantial. You're not quite convinced you'd want to sample his product yourself, though. You know, I would try it. I don't think I'd like it, but I would totally try it. Tough one. So if we decide that we don't really want to change our deal here very much, which I think is the case, it's really a question of, do I want to lose the chatter or do I want to lose the backtrack on the double diamond? I think the answer is I'd rather lose the chatter. I don't want to drop the triangle to square. No, I'm going to keep the chatter. We're really good at playing... We're decent at playing off of our own triangle. Alright, let's see if we can help Lars out. I think we might have a hard time with him being all distressed. That's going to complicate any social interaction. He wears a couple layers of clothes, clean but stained with old mud at the cuffs and knee. He looks like he's had to choose between what to keep and what to leave behind 2 or 3 times over. Well, funny seeing you here. I had to get out to send to canals, but you weren't expecting me. This is a bad start. So we think he has square. Here's hoping he plays double square off of this, and then we can accommodate. Oh, back off a little. Yeah, he's having a rough go of it. Well, that's a shame. He could have played almost anything else, and it would have been good. Well, he's guaranteed to be able to make a play off of this, right? Are you here to gawk? Is this fun for you? Okay, well, that at least I can work with. And then everything goes to hell. Actually, no, this is fine. We'll at least be able to finish this line. But I don't know that he's going to be able to play off of that. We might be done here. I thought about going to Grey Gambit instead of here. Aha! Look at that, we got some value. But maybe I made the wrong choice. So road from Descended Canals to somewhere. I was feeling hopeful when I got here for about 5 minutes. I mean, this is a good climate for crops. But then everybody else was like, hey, just magically have a place to live. But I gotta be honest, no way folks here will let me stay long enough to plant anything in the ground. Yep. That's a tough interaction right there. Half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. Just get out of here before I catch an attitude. It sounds like you might have already caught one, my friend. Your comments don't go over well. He's had enough of me. That's fair. I feel bad for him. It's a tough situation. Boy, this is awful. I mean, we're likely to run into more people who have the distressed and grieving symbol, post-earthquake. So maybe... I don't think I want to drop the triangle or the diamond cards if we're headed toward Rimini, right? So I think we're going to replace maybe triangle to square with spiral to square? Yeah, we're going to a place that's going to be circles and diamonds, right? So I don't want to affect our circles and diamonds too much. Alright, well that was not great. We did get a trade good at least. Ramina, not Ramini. So Grey Kembet is up there. Boy, that could be awkward for us to access. I would really like another chance with that robot. We need to get to Anka, though. Maybe we should drive from Ramina to Anka, and then from Tosende try to get into the corner. Because we're a little better at dealing with the people in Tosende, even though that, didn't go that well last time. But we might need scrap. We should check in on the Basilios. Yeah, let's do it this way. We approach a welcoming rest stop. I sure could use a bit of welcoming. One woman entrances the group with a story about getting lost in the back alleys of Anka. You listen and learn, preparing for the road ahead. So, single-use accord. On this guy, just make it safer to discard my hand. The thing is, this card's actually probably going to be pretty playable. We would want to put it on something we're less likely to be able to play, right? Or less likely to be able to play safely, anyway. I'm going to put it on you for the moment. Maybe I should have put it on the fatigue. I'm still not sure if that cancels out the first misplay, though. I don't know. The winding alleys of Anka are strangely subdued. Many of the shops shuttered despite the hour. An acrid smell fills the streets, leaking from some unknown source. The train station sits dark and empty. And little Basilio's doing fine. I want to talk to his brother first, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Let's talk to little Basilio. Let's see how he's doing. He seems like a kid in a candy store, if the kid were also robbing. Little Basilio and his crew emerge from the broken window of a storefront, pockets stuffed with stolen goods. Yo, dudes. What the hell? Yo, have you noticed? This place is a total free-for-all since the earthquakes. And when I say free-for-all, I mean free from me and my crew. Yeah, should we have a bad interaction on purpose? Should I scold him? I'm not really sure if that's what that would do. Wow, he's feeling chatty today. I don't like my hand for this conversation all that much. Okay, that's interesting. It used to be just the soap was free. You never would have known it. Sick burn on that child. But seriously, old tech, food and drinks, hockey sticks? Literally every item in Anka is now available at a 5-finger discount. It's interesting. Spelling literally with a D is definitely supposed to communicate some aspect of the way he speaks, but I don't know anybody who actually pronounces the T literally, so I'm not really sure what is supposed to be different there. But perhaps I've said a little too much. You're cool with a friendly game of Finders Keepers, ain't you? Is that what you're doing here? Okay. He does have some distress and grieving. Hard to concentrate with all this free stuff around. Yeah, that's why this conversation's gone in kind of a weird direction. Okay, let's chatter into one of these. Rough. You may be an outsider, but Pale Dale seems to like you, and Pale Dale ain't never wrong about anybody. Pale Dale? I don't think we've met Pale Dale, right? Say, maybe you could do us a favor. We're up to our arms in loot, but so much of it is worthless crap. Have you seen anything valuable lying around that looks like it could use some liberating? Maybe it's supposed to be like he has a cold? Okay, so now we know that the single-use accord doesn't break the left side, so putting it on a fatigue is not necessarily great. Hey, Aiken Blake, you hear that? We got a law-abiding citizen here. Alright, that time it went the other direction. I don't know what to do with his accent. Yeah, check this noise out. We actually have a card for this. Shit. It was close. We almost got somewhere. That's fine. I'm not sure I want to aid and abet here anyway. Either you're a friend of this crew or you ain't. What's it gonna be? I think it's gonna be ain't. Old Basilio shakes his head disapprovingly. No longer any use to him, he leaves you, heading toward another store with his pals. Let's pick up more distressing. I want to be good at helping out the grieving people. But we probably... do I want square grieving or triangle grieving? I think we're heading into an area that's more squares, so it's probably the right way to do it. And I think I'm going to dump diamond. I think we're moving out of the diamond area a little bit more. Going the direction we're going. Maybe we just will never be good at talking to that android. The Ankan air is thick with the smell of strong chemicals, and most of the shops are shuttered. You spot Big Basilio carrying several stacked boxes of tools and spare parts. I bet he wouldn't have been too happy with me if I had helped his little brother steal stuff. Yo, you got a second? There's, something I've been meaning to tell you. There's no easy way to say this, but I gotta come clean. I thought I recognized your truck. Yeah, I remembered that. Now I remember where. I tried to make off with it once. I was so angry when your mom caught me. Okay, he knows our mom. This might be useful. I'm gonna do this. Do I want to save this for if he maybe plays like a double spiral? I think so. Bummer. That sucks, man. Alright, well, we'll play this. He'll be able to play off of this easily, at least. You got something else on your mind? No, I very much want to hear the story about my mother. It's just very hard to... listen. End your turn and prompt the other person to play 2 cards. Oh. Wow. That's really cool. It's not awesome for me, but it's cool. I mean, I can play this and give him more room to grieve, I guess. Please tell me you can hit that. Yes. Okay. That's a really cool mechanic. Your mom was from out of town, her inventory seemed limitless. I remember thinking she deserved it. I wasn't looking out for anyone but myself back then, but an old friend convinced me to be a better brother. I gotta show little Basilio that he can be successful in an honest life. Yeah, that's totally what I was trying to show him too. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try to steal the truck again. I'm a new man. Problem is, I don't know how to get through to little Basilio anymore. The kid used to think I was so cool. Yeah, and now he's kind of a monster. Oh, jeez. I don't like seeing his, don't like seeing that worry face from him, because it's gonna put us in a weird place here. It might be easier if I just carry this stuff over on my own. No, I got you. I'm helping. Look how much helping I'm doing. Well, I'll drop us back to the Accord with this, and then... Please tell me you got something? Yes. Okay. And we can Accord off of that. We might survive this. And it doesn't help that with the railroad out of commission, business is hurting bad. Guess no one said the honest life was glamorous. Speaking of little Basilio, you seen him around? I'm curious if this interaction is actually different based on what happened with the little dude. It might be. Wait, he's been doing what? I'm gonna have a hard talk with that kid. He just never listens to me anymore. You know, I'm glad that we failed that interaction then. I think I'm gonna accommodate... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And now he can play literally anything. We managed to get there. It feels so rare that we have a successful interaction anymore. I try to help him like my old friend Mimi helped me back then, but I'm not the best with words. Last I heard, she'd taken up in Longgate. I could sure use some of that wisdom about now. Hey, thanks for being so chill about what I said earlier. Just felt like you should know. Hey, these parts are on me, okay? Okay, awesome. Very helpful. You promised Big Basilio you'll keep an eye out for his brother. His anxiety doesn't vanish instantly, but your understanding of his past visibly goes a long way. It's really neat that the conversations have these little branch points in them, because that third bit is, I'm certain, different depending on whether you've seen Lil Basilio and the way that your interaction with him went. Mimi. We met Mimi, right? I think I definitely want to take the listen card. And it seems like everybody's hurting right now, so Spiral is probably a strong symbol to have. Do I want to replace the double square? Or maybe I want to replace the square into Spiral with a triangle into Spiral? Triangle's useful in a lot of places. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, well I think Anka went as well as it possibly could have for us. And now we actually have an interesting decision to make about whether to go to Longgate or continue on toward Grey Cambit. Elongate people are triangle square. We might be able to really help if we could get Mimi to come back. And I'm kind of more invested in the Basilios than I am in any of the other plot lines, save, you know, the stuff about our mom. Maybe we stop through Desert Oasis. I kind of want to see where Longgate goes. You know what? That's what we're doing. We're going. I want to see new stuff, but I'm also very involved in... Oh, movement catches your eye off in the distance. Choose a card to sacrifice. It will be replaced by a copy of another card in your deck. What's the worst card in our deck? It's probably... Actually, that's a tough call. It might be this. I think it's that. Okay. That might have been a really good card to get duplicated. Let's see how people are feeling out here. Peaceful Oasis seems unaffected by recent troubles. A young man plays a guitar beneath a shady palm while children splash in the water. Theo is shaken, but not stirred. He's writing his stand and collecting spilled fruit. It's been like 3 weeks since the quake, dude. You just getting around to that now? As you approach the familiar fruit stand, Theo stirs from his slumber upon hearing your footsteps. Oh, the horrible stories I've been hearing out of Anka and Clifton. They really make an old sundry salesman take stock of what he has. I have noticed a sudden drop in visitors since it happened. Alright, he's predisposed for this interaction to go well. Alright, show me some new cards. You know what, I probably should have just played our Accommodate there. Now, we felt some light aftershocks here in the Desert Oasis, but other than a little fallen fruit, it didn't do too much damage. Fruit stand, it's still standing, and so am I. Well, figuratively at least. Okay, we might be able to make something happen here. Though I have been doing a lot of thinking lately about companionship. It wasn't something I ever really wanted before, you know? But I've been alone for a long time now, ever since... Ah, never mind. You don't need to hear about an old man's brushes with romance. I think I have an idea, though. Alright, let's hope he plays something that ends in a triangle here. Oof. That's like the absolute worst possible outcome there. Sorry, just a bit rattled these days. Well, I'm gonna misplay as well, but now you have some triangles to play off of. If he has a double triangle here, we probably make it, right? You didn't happen to sample the dried mushrooms I was keeping behind my stall, did you? Those aren't for sale. Please have a double triangle. Oh, you're killing me. Dude. Dude. Sorry, I'm distressed and grieving. If you want to buy some dried fruit, just say so. Uninterested in your problems, Theo gives you the stink eye. He closes his eyelids and attempts to go back to sleep. That's a pretty rough outcome. I think... I know that didn't go that well, but I'm blaming him. I'm gonna not change anything. Right, or do I want to pick up another reconsider? No, I'm gonna not change anything. Things definitely do get difficult. Alright, triangle square. We ought to be good at these. Once bustling, it now sees few visitors. That's going to make them so happy to see me, right? Right? We have 3 fatigue now. Alright, Anais, let's try to have a better conversation this time. The last interaction didn't go so well. A well-dressed gentleman approaches you on the outskirts of town. The layer of dust collecting on his fitted cuffs is almost as thick as his accent. He wipes them off before extending a hand to shake. I'm not going to do a thick accent. How do you do? My name's Anais. I think that's how it's pronounced. Well, it's not really Anais, but I'd rather you say the rough approximation than outright butcher it. Okay, so if I'm wrong, it's fine. It's in character. Please, please, please give me some accord. Okay, I can work with that. What an interesting card. He has some really interesting cards. He's super easy to talk to. I wanted to ask if you might know where a fellow traveler could acquire camel's cheese. I absolutely adore the stuff, but no one around here seems to keep it in stock. Well, I have no idea, my friend. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. The people down here are fairly unadventurous, despite living at the crossroads of the world. Such a shame. You know, I actually really like this song. I don't think I had been paying much attention last time we were here. Yeah, let's drop this hand. Okay. So it seems like he's never going to accord with us, but he is just going to be super easy to play off of. Anyone who's curious about this world would have left ages ago. Stragglers want comfort and safety, as if those things couldn't be swept up in an instant. I don't live here. My people have been trawling the long expanse and beyond since before yours discovered agriculture. But alas, that's neither here nor there. Do you know where I might find some camel's cheese or not? Wait, dude, I have no idea. Hold on. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna play an extra card. Okay, and then we have a nice easy completion. Yeah, I'm real excited to be taking some of this dude's cards. Then the quest continues, I'm afraid. Good luck on your own path. It's sure to be an interesting one. Perhaps one day we will meet again. I hope so, because you're a really great conversationalist, and I feel like I could learn a lot from you. Yo, which of these 3 extremely great cards do we want? Let's go... We're already super good at playing off of triangle people. So it feels like triangle and square are the most useful. I think I'm going to take this one. And we're going to replace... Ooh, boy, I don't know what. Probably not the double square. Maybe one of the listen cards? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of distress out there, which makes me leery to do that. And also, listen seems like a super good mechanic. Maybe we replace our Reconsider? The Reconsider only gets better as we get more garbage in our deck, though, right? Maybe I replace my Chatter. I mean, the Chatter's certainly good, but I think we'll take this increased versatility instead. And then, a chat with Mimi. Please, please, please let this work. She seems to be needed. Mimi is in a bit of a tizzy. She's covered in dirt and has clearly been busy, digging up her succulents and stuffing them into a large suitcase. Where's she planning on going? And can she be redirected? Exchanging letters with Theo got me to thinking, maybe I should move down to the Desert Oasis so we can pick up where things left off. Is that bonkers? Wait, Basilio sent you? Of course I remember. Why in the world would he send you all the way out here to find me? Oh, I'm gonna feel a little bit bad if we redirect her away from Theo, but also... I mean, both people probably need her in their own way. It's a tough one. Oof, rough. Please, yes, okay. That accord is very helpful, and then we can accommodate off of it. And his next line might go all right after all. His brother? Oh, there's 2 of them now? What a handful they must be. I wish I could help Basilio, but I'm planning to go to the Oasis. Do you disagree? I feel... oh, boy. I don't know which path to send her on, honestly. I knew you'd come around, egging me on to do something crazy like move to be with Theo. Yeah. Okay, handy. And then... she can probably play off of this. She's triangle square, though, right? So she might be able to play off of this, too. I wish we had Observe. I wish I had any idea what was in her hand. I was really hoping she'd make another accord. Still, it's not a bad start. You know something? You're absolutely right. Life is too short for regrets. Yeah, that's definitely what I was saying. I'm pleased that our character is better at talking to people than I am. You think you'd be willing to give this withering old green thumb a ride to the Desert Oasis? Yeah, I can certainly do that. Uh-oh. Boy, she couldn't have played anything worse there. I've missed the city, but what if I'm too out of touch? Do you think I should go back to Anka? So is it crashing this interaction sends her back to Anka instead? Yeah, it's tough. I don't know, man. I suppose it's true, a visit to Anka doesn't hurt. It doesn't have to be permanent. Oh, I sort of want to fail the interaction on purpose. Okay, she took it out of my hands. That's a good point. It'll be so good to see Basilio again, and Miriam. Oh, I hope her chocolate shop is still there. But I'm no sprout anymore, and I've been setting my roots down for an awful long time now. Think you could give me a lift down to the city? Yeah, Mimi latches the door behind her and tosses a small travel bag into the truck. Fingers tap with nervous energy on the armrest as you pull away. I think I'm happy with that outcome. I think that's more what we wanted. It's interesting that the sort of the good interaction, discordant interaction stuff doesn't map quite as cleanly as I had thought it did. I want to stop by the Oasis Gardens. It's only one day each way out of our way, and it's a restful place, right? Maybe we'll get to remove a fatigue. Though much smaller than Desert Oasis, the hidden gardens here surprise you with their lushness. Yeah, let's join these people and just drink some tea. Duplicate... oh boy. Duplicate this guy, and we'll just replace something at random. Okay, that's probably... it's not horrible. I was kind of hoping we were going to get a fatigue off, like I said. Ah, well. Alright, we'll stop here just for a moment to drop Mimi off. As soon as you arrive in Anka, Mimi eagerly disembarks and scans her old neighborhood. Your companionship on this journey has been pleasant enough, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous to see how much things have changed here. We are going to be comforting. I'm gonna do a good job. Yes, gonna do a good job. Please tell me you have a triangle. Okay. That could have gone wrong really easily. Thanks again for the ride. I hope this was the right decision. Yo, me too. Mimi waves goodbye and heads down the street, growing in confidence as she seems to recognize buildings and landmarks. Well good then. I don't want this card. I'm right-clicking on it to try to make it go away, and it won't. I don't think we should replace our reconsider. I definitely don't want to replace either of these. God, triangle square is going to be the only thing we're good at anymore. We can't lose the reconsider. Listen seems so powerful. I think I'm going to replace this. We're already pretty good at square. Let's hope I don't regret that. Okay, and then we head east from here. Square diamond. Let's hope they lean more on the square. You come across a roadhouse packed with travelers while a storm darkens the horizon. I would like... wow. Wow, what a good event. Backtrack on one of these? We're not running into a lot of people who are going to be triangle heavy, necessarily. But we would want to put this on a thing that had diamond or square on the left side. And the things that have diamond or square on the left side, we already have other symbols on. I'm gonna put it on this, then. There's no sense in putting it on a card that has a single symbol on the left if we could put it on a card that has a double, right? Even if I fear that maybe won't be a very good card in the place that we're in right now. Well, we're just gonna have to cross our fingers a little bit here. The valley has become a floodplain, crowded with debris and uprooted plants. A massive harvester floats by, metallic figures clinging to the side. Only a few raised roads remain passable. So we're going to talk to Maya in the hopes of picking up a diamond that we could use to help Oscar. I think if only one of these interactions can go well, I would rather it be the Oscar interaction. Maya's clothes are wet and torn in a few places. She smiles with her mouth, but her eyes are narrow, as though her programming can't generate a suitable expression for her current status. Either that or her face tech is just a couple years old, you know. They had a real problem with the top half for a while. Hello again. Have you seen any of the Rilker family on the road? I require maintenance. Well, I do feel bad for you. Not a great start. Well, she can probably play off this at least. In fact, she can almost certainly play off that. Please speak clearly. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, pretty good time to play a reconsider, I think. Ah. Well, at least we'll be able to accord off that. Please wait for me to dry out, then attempt your input a second time. Okay. I have an accord for us to fall back on, and then this. Can we get somewhere from here? Ooh. Not really. So she is not, in fact, going to give us any diamonds. Use short sentences. I cannot parse your communications to me in this condition. I feel really bad for her. She doesn't process your sympathy. As you leave, she removes her clothes to dry them. Her modesty simulation deactivated. This is actually a pretty interesting card for us. Let's take this over... Jeez, over what, though? Over triangle to square? Yeah. Alright, Oscar. Please, please, please let me help Oscar. Oscar patrols the flooded remains of Sunrise Community Farm. His arm has been broken and swings by his side. His voice starts and stops like an ignition failure. Oh, he looks rough. I do not detect destruction of your form. You came back. Good. Yeah, man. This is all very heartbreaking. So he'd be able to play off of a square? Probably not, right? Well, I mean, we gotta give him the chance. Okay, a backtrack. A backtrack's good. Ooh. Well, the observe will be useful, at least. Oh, how I wish I could help you, buddy. He's trying so hard to make this interaction work, and he's the only one doing any work. Alright. I'm gonna shut up. Why don't you talk for a while? Vocabulary not recognized? Oh, so close. We're having a really hard time with all these grieving people. I was hoping he had drawn a diamond. Exceeds the repair threshold. He repeats the same phrase. Damage critical, damage critical. Well, maybe somebody could create something new with his scrap parts. That's pretty grim. Okay, a backtrack with a grief symbol on it is probably a really, really good card to have right now. I think I might just replace this with it. Yeah. We're heading toward a place where diamonds are going to be a little bit more common, right? Community of shellfishers along the Foggy Coast. Let's see... That only took one day. That was nice. Let's see what this place is like. The road runs along a long, calm coastline. A smattering of huts dot the shore. You spot shellfishers far out on the mudflats, alone or in pairs, up to their knees in the muck. You relax, watching as the tide slowly chases the shellfishers into shore. It reminds you of the stories Mom used to tell about her childhood. You feel some of your fatigue melt away. Okay, that's lovely. But then we just have to turn around? Yep. Well, that being the case... Direct travel to Pachinko. I mean, there's no reason to stop there's no reason to not stop at Clifton and say hi to Alexis, except that there's a decent chance that a conversation with Alexis is going to go sideways. But this would take us till day 46 right now. Do I think we have time to go to Bukumboro? That would take us to 42... So it's basically, do I think this is 4 days? I can't remember how long it takes to get from Clifton to Bukumboro. Oh no. I'm gonna not chance it. Because we definitely want to get to Pachinko, although I may not be capable of talking to people there anymore. Choose a card to gain reconsider. Oh, wonderful. What a beautiful thing. One of these guys, right? What a good card that is now. Alright, we may not be so hot with Alexis anymore. The markets are empty and the stalls shuttered. Clifton is filled with the sounds of construction. You can tell I started reading the Nadine thing while I was trying to speak the line. The natural beauty of the surrounding cliffs lie in stark contrast to the broken windows and collapsed water basins. Let's talk to Alexis first, but I'm definitely interested to see Nadine here on day 42. A distraught Alexis stands amidst the ruins of the Clifton market, their stall in shambles and signature umbrella notably absent from view. Oh, dear customer, I'm afraid I'm in the midst of a crisis. My stall was crushed in the landslide. I would love to be able to help. They might have a grief symbol, maybe. The thing is, I don't think they're likely to have a square or a diamond, so let's see. Yeah. Okay, into double triangle. Interesting. You're thinking, I'm sure, can't I just obtain another table? And the answer is no! My image depended on that stall. Do they still have another card to play because they played a chatter? My customers trusted that stall. How can they find me in Clifton's sea of vendors now? Yeah, it's a good question. Okay, no, the chatter doesn't work that way. Well, I'm going to do this, and you are maybe not going to be able to play off of this. But I needed a new hand, really badly. There's no room in this world for one such as I. Okay, this is a little dramatic. This is lovely, though. Okay, that looks really, really positive. I've yet to decide what to do next. Who can say? Where around here is even safe? I've moved before many times. It's so difficult to find any stability in this world, though I've heard tell that Bucamboro is sorely in need of my stacks. Yeah, that might be a safe place. Look at that. We know enough about comforting grieving people to actually be, like, kind of okay at it now. Oh, you're so patient. Take some roasted crickets with you on the house. If I'm to move, I need to travel light. Also, you could use some money. Maybe I should pay for these. Your chat seems to perk Alexis up. The prospect of new markets fills them with fresh resolve, so I guess she's going to be in, or they're going to be in Bucamboro from now on. Ooh, circle into grieving. Maybe. What would we replace? We're about to have a conversation that's definitely going to have circles in it. Maybe we want to replace... Maybe it's the square into triangle with the reconsider on it. I hate to lose a reconsider, but we do have another one now. I'm going to do that. Try to shape up for Nadine a little bit here. While a few members of the caravan repair their trucks along the side of the obstructed road, Nadine is in the process of attaching a plow to the front of her cab, hoping to clear a path. So the caravan must have just gotten started way later than usual, this time around. We were gone by the time they came through, perhaps? Now, we were on our way back to Bartow to start the route over again, but the caravan got cut off here in Clifton. Landslides really did a number on this place, not to mention the roads, and a few of our trucks. I figured as long as we're stuck here, may as well lend a helping hand. If you come across any useful materials, you should consider doing the same. I have lent as helping a hand as I know how. Maybe? Okay, yeah, not bad. And then we can commiserate. Okay, really, really good outcome. That's what your mom would do if she were here now. Funny, after all this time, it appears she's rubbed off on me more than I realized. Of course, if she were here now, she'd definitely be using dynamite. I should be using dynamite. That's a great idea. I figure that's why the Rilkers waited till she passed to make their move. She stood up to them in Old Moray a ways back, and never let them forget it either. That's interesting. Maybe we should go to Old Moray. You know what? I'm going to do this. It's basically like I have to force her to... Oh, you know what? If we play this, she mismatches, it breaks the accord, and then she might play a thing with a triangle on it. But then we have to play this either way. Like, I have to discard my hand. Yeah, let's take the mismatch now. She's going to mismatch off of this. But I needed the new cards. Just look at this road. Rocks everywhere. She's a little nervous. She doesn't know how to handle my poor conversational skills. Alright, an accord will really help. Then I play this to put a triangle out. And then she double triangles. And then I play this. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God we made it. What's that? Oh, okay. I had seen this in the previous game. That's a neat card, though. Okay, we almost didn't make that. I don't know what plans the Rilkers have for Bartow. Got something to do with the land, I reckon. Well, don't much matter to me. The way I see it, the caravan provides a service people all over rely on. As long as folks are moving to Bartow and not away from it, that's all I need to keep it on the route. Unfortunately, you're having some trouble keeping the store afloat. Not sure how long folks will stick around without it. Yeah, it could be going a little better. Nadine hops into the cab and revs up the engine, signaling for the others to get out of the way so she can drive through and clear the road. Okay, so that's definitely interesting. I think we probably want... Ooh. Clarified double triangles, actually pretty good for us, though. Prepare's bananas. We can't not take prepare. Just a matter of what we replace with it. Circle into grieving is probably going to be useful back home as well. And it'll be useful in Pachinko too. So we shouldn't replace this right now. Maybe it's... Oh, I like this though. Boy. I think it's this. As much as I like the backtrack. Or maybe it's... I'm actually very torn. It's probably this. As much as I love having an observe, and I really do, diamond into square is so tough for us. It's just a really hard card to use. Well, at least we know the caravan still exists. And it would have been 4 days travel. So we would have gotten here at 42, then here at 46. We would have made it to Pachinko, but just barely. But if this route had been 5 days travel, and I couldn't remember... It definitely would have been better to go to Bukumboro, but being unsure, I think I made the right choice to make sure we can get to Pachinko. Also, if we had gone to Bukumboro first, we would have gained 2 extra fatigue cards on the way to Pachinko, so we might not even have made it through the conversations anyway. Not to say that I necessarily think we will now. Broken windows and cracked walls indicate that Pachinko did not go unscathed by the recent earthquake, but repairs are well underway. The colorful enthusiasm of the artists here has gone toward beautifying recently repaired homes and galleries. So, everybody's still showing triangles and circles, although I'm expecting there to be some grieving, given that Pachinko did not go unscathed. Who is it most important that we get right? Because that should be the person who goes last, right? Let's start with Tomas. I hate to be mean to him, but he is definitely the least important of the people. Our storyline with him is the least critical. Tomas is painting trees on the walls of the newly repaired grocery store. He yelps and accidentally kicks over a bucket of orange paint when he finally notices your presence. Oh, wait, you didn't do anything wrong. I just worry about being the worst painter and ruining these repairs. I get it, man. You and I understand each other. Ooh, bad start. Hey, do you have anything you'd like to say to me at this moment, perhaps? Oh, please don't startle me like that. Nope, he's actually feeling pretty upbeat. That's a terrible play. Does that shape look like a butterfly to you? Well, neither one of these is going to give him anything to do, so we're probably losing right here. Oh no, wait, sorry, that was the third misplay anyway. Please don't touch the wet paint. Yeah, too fatigued. Okay, well, we're gaining this whether we want it or not. So we want to hold circles and triangles right now. If we're going to drop something, we want it to be something else. I certainly don't want to lose the Elaborate. The Elaborate is off the table. It could be the Listen. It could just be this thing. We don't know for sure that anyone in the town is distressed and grieving. I don't really want to lose one of the cards that has 2 symbols on the right side, even though they're not going to be useful in this situation. Maybe I should. Man, that hurts, but maybe that is right. Because I really don't want to lose any cards that could be relevant in these interactions. They both are pretty important plot-wise. Alright, Marcus is next. Marcus collects the torn canvases from what remains of her outdoor art show. With unwavering poise, she holds the paintings, punctured by branches or disfigured by sheer force, with steady hands. Oh, I know what you're thinking. How can Marquez be so calm, so regal, at a time like this? It's because I'm always prepared for the future, you see. I wasn't thinking regal. We won't tell her that. What about... Do you have any grieving to do? Nope. Swing and a miss. I should have explained it better. Okay, but we can maybe play off of her now. Yeah, like, this is a good start. That's less good. But you probably have some circles, right? I was really hoping she would have an accord off of that. Every single piece in this collection was insured, of course. Everyone's taken care of. Mind you, it wouldn't have been possible without the circle. I'm so very curious about the circle. It's yet another example of why Pachinko needs us, and why we need you. Take a look around. What do you see? Disaster or opportunity? It looks like disaster to me, if I'm being honest. Oh, this also looks like a disaster. Shit. Well, this doesn't guarantee... no, they both do guarantee a misplay, don't they? Okay, she does have some spiral. Oh, you're not supposed to say that. Yeah, I'm too fatigued for these conversations. We're not gonna be able to win any of them. Think whatever you want. Just don't forget to tell Tomas to stay put. Something about how seamlessly Marquez has worked the earthquake into her machinations sits funny, but she does have a point. She wants us to convince Tomas to stay, which we can no longer do. Alright, honestly, this is great for us. This card's quite strong, I think, in our deck. With our demeanor and everything. I think I'm just going to replace this with it. Alright, Isabella, please let this one go well. Isabella is busy sweeping glass and pottery shards away from her shop front. When she hears your footsteps, she isn't shy about beckoning you over. I wish that you didn't have to see my shop like this. Would you please help me sweep before anyone gets hurt? I would love to do that. Please, I hope that I find the cards for that. Okay, that's a good start. Beautiful. Exactly what I was hoping for. Push that accord through. We might be able to get out of this. You're generous, just like your mom was way back when we moved out here together. Okay, that's interesting information. When we were rivals to Tomas's grandfather and Marquez's mother, our friendship never faltered. Okay, so you do that, and then I do this, which puts a circle on the outside, and you hit it, right? Damn it. What a bad moment for that. Oh, you'll injure yourself like that. Give me the broom. That probably kills the whole interaction. Oh, what a shame. Right, she's not going to be able to work off of this. And then I draw nothing but fatigue. I can't remember what I was about to say. Well, phooey. So close, so close. It's just, we're too damn fatigued. The stories about Mom distract you, and you cut your hand on some broken glass. You retreat inside for first aid, leaving Isabella to sweep up without you. Not so good. Do I want one of these? Maybe I do. What would I drop? Maybe as much as I like a backtrack, maybe I drop the grieving into diamond. I think that's probably right. Oh, I do get to have the other interaction with Tomas. Do I want to, though? I kind of don't want to do whatever Marquez is... I'm going to intentionally botch the interaction. Instead of painting, Tomas is pacing in tight circles, brow furrowed and muttering to himself. He doesn't notice you at first, only to let out a little yelp when he does. Oh, it's you. That was quite the start. No apologies necessary. I just have a lot on my mind right now. Hey, maybe you can help. Do you think I should stay in Pachinko? There we go. I did it. I've been thinking of moving to Clifton, but Marquez doesn't think I should. Should I? I hope that I'm reading this correctly, and that botching this out is what causes him to move. I don't think I want to stay here anymore. The circle is so intimidating. Look at that. We finally used our superpower of being able to ruin any conversation for some good. You weren't able to allay Tomas's fears of fame, leaving him to wring his hands over his future. Tomas will be moving to Clifton after all. Alright. Oh, this card's bad. Oh, this card's bad. Shit, I think I'm just going to replace our Clarify version of it, but I don't... Yeah, I don't want to lose any of this other stuff. Well, we paid a price for our machinations. Guess it's time to get home, huh? Yeah, it won't actually let me get anywhere else, right? So, back to Bartow with all of my maximum fatigue intact. Oh, thunder. Sweet thunder. We'll get to Bartow with only 8 fatigue, I guess is something. With our deck only being mostly fatigue. Well, no, it's like 40%, right? 8 fatigue and an 18-card deck. It's not quite, but... Yeah. Elias is gazing through the skylight, hoping to see a silver lining. So we were supposed to get out and find some food and some materials with which to build, and I think we did do that, right? We have crickets and scrap from Basilio. So we might have done alright here. If we can figure out a way to come out okay on this conversation with Elias, I'm counting this episode as a success. Elias is behind the counter, frothing some milk. He's standing next to a sign that reads, "Enjoy our new dining terrace." So it seems like people have done okay here while I was gone. Hey, welcome back! Any luck finding those building supplies while you were gone? Yes, but I'm not sure I'll be able to tell you that. Okay, we might be able to work with this. Oh my god, my cards. Jesus Christ, these cards. Okay, that's good at least. I really wish he had played Double Triangle, though. Oh, yeah, that scrap will be perfect. Great, so good, so happy. Oh, you're just in time, too. My aunt says people like to drink their coffee al fresco, whatever that means. But I think they're starting to get wise to the fact that it's just a hole in the roof. Well, we'll play the card that hopefully... Okay, give me this. I know he's going to mismatch off of that, but we need to discard this hand. What's that got to do with anything? You know, sometimes I just don't get you. Yeah, I know, I'm becoming real hard to deal with. Dude. Come on. If he had played a double triangle there, that probably would have been the rest of the conversation sorted. Because his mismatch off of this would have fallen back to the accord, and... I guess we don't see as eye to eye as we used to. Yeah, that's certainly the case. Just leave the scrap in your store and I'll come get it later. Elias throws up his hands and walks over to the other side of the counter. He misspells a customer's name on a coffee cup, then calls out to let them know their order is ready. Yep, I came home and fucked up his whole day, and I do feel bad about that. I may take the double grieving over the double circle. The double circle is useful here, but not in so many other places. The double grieving seems like it's useful in a lot of spots. And it might still be useful here as well. I was kind of hoping that was going to let me talk to Samuel. I guess he's busy. I was going to tell him I brought back some food for him. Alright, well let's unpack and rest. The days are getting a little fraught. It's really hard to get things done after you've been out for more than like 30-something days. Well, I mean, I think we managed to bring home what people needed, though. And we got 3 items in total, although we couldn't sell them all because the scrap, I mean, it's probably not a great outcome, honestly. With repairs underway, various Bartowers stop by the store for all kinds of goods. Samuel takes the non-perishables, and Elias gets the scrap for his aunt's roof. Samuel bought up the roasted crickets for the Roadhouse Food Co-op. And Elias was relieved to find scrap in stock and bought it all up for the rebuilding effort. And then also, the kimchi for Samuel. So we kind of did all right there, and it sounds like they paid, which is good for me. Maybe not so good for them, I don't know. When you close your eyes, you can hear the grating of gravel under your tires and feel the fresh air on your face. That can only mean one thing. It's time to head out. Ramir is here. Let's talk to... Boy, who do I think this grieving stuff is going to be best with? Let's talk to Ramir first. You spot Ramir standing in the middle of the street he grew up on. He looks a little lost, somewhere between wistfulness and listlessness. It's weird to be back in a place I've spent all my time avoiding, you know? There used to be a house here. Okay, 3 and 3. Not super excited about that. Let's start with you. Okay, hard to know what he's drawn, unfortunately. I don't know if him being observant of our hand is going to help at all. Some folks get time off work and go back to their family home, their childhood bedroom. Isn't that wild? My childhood bedroom were still here. I'd rub a cigarette into the wood floors and watch it burn down. He's having a tough go of things. What do I think is going to be any good at all here? I'm going to try this. Maybe he has a spiral. Nope. Interesting card, though. I'm trying to have a moment here, okay? Okay, we can work with that. And then this should actually be pretty easy for him to play with. No, I want to do this, though. It's got to be this guy, right? It's weird how Ramir is the one that I have the easiest time finding common ground with. Now, you probably feel the same, huh? Everyone's noticed you haven't done much with the store. I mean, no offense. Hey, I've been gone a lot. Personally, I'd prefer if the caravan never stopped here. I don't care if your store becomes some kind of institution. Alright, well that's not super cool. Okay, we got it. Again, he's the only person I can get along with for some reason. Maybe that should tell me something about my approach. Yeah, some places shouldn't be relived. They activate a bunch of old dormant memories better left dead. Yeah, actually, maybe we are a little bit like Ramir. Approachable is never how you'd describe Ramir, but sometimes you can still tell exactly what he's thinking, and vice versa, it seems like. Yo, this card's great. I'm gonna drop one of the double greaves. This is also really good, but I think we need the versatility that this offers. And does Elias go last? No, I'm gonna do Elias now. Elias is sitting on the curb outside your shop, hunched over with his head in his hands. He looks worried. Nadine's gonna be making the call on the caravan soon, and I gotta be honest, I'm worried about Bartow. Yeah, we all are. Okay, this is a pretty good open, though. I think I'm going to play the Accommodate now, just to make sure that we can hit the thing. The Accord. Okay, that's a pretty okay start, and then we can lead with this. Believe me, I'm no fan of Nadine's, but without a steady influx of goods from the caravan, things could get real bad around here. Ghost town bad. I wish I could trust her to do the right thing, but what's she going to prioritize? The needs of the caravan, the needs of this town, or the needs of herself? And even if she wanted to help, can she really, with the Rilkers breathing down her neck? Yeah, it's tough to say. We'll do this, because that makes a really good card. And then that's a little unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he would play it into a triangle. Well, I think with these being our options, if we have to break this, let's break it with this card, because we're more likely to be able to use this one safely afterward. How are you so calm about this? Elias. Dude. You are killing me. Yeah, give me this. Do you really not care about what happens to Bartow? My dude, you're the one breaking all our conversations. I think you don't care. I'm gonna play this thing because he'll mismatch off of it, break down to the Accord, but then he'll build something we can play off of this with. Oh no, he has grieving stuff. He just wasn't showing it before. Well, that's actually really good. I'm just going out on a limb here, but I'm thinking our little town is not at the top of her list. He wasn't willing to show his grief until I showed my grief. That, totally makes sense. And the fate of your mom's store certainly isn't on her mind either, that much I can guarantee. I mean, we're hurting for products as it is. What will happen if you lose access to the caravan completely? Well, it wouldn't be good, I can tell you that. Yeah, accommodate. Okay. We managed to get through an interaction with Elias. I did it. I never thought I'd say this, but I think Nadine may be a necessary evil. I guess that's why your mom put up with her for all those years. I don't know if it's just because he doesn't know her as well as we do, or if maybe he's picked up on something we haven't picked up on, but I definitely do not share his distaste for her. She seems alright to me. He takes a deep breath, trying to calm his rattled nerves. You sit down next to Elias and put your arm around his shoulder. Ooh. Or accommodate. What are we losing is a good question. What would I drop? Because what we're going to drop probably informs what the correct choice is here. I don't think it's this. But we don't run into that. We don't go to that many places where circle's all that important. This card's effectively just double triangle in a lot of cases, and we have a lot of double triangle. Then again, we go to a lot of places where triangles are needed. I think I might go accommodate over the double grieving. No, people still have grieving cards. We just saw that, and that would leave us with only one card that has grieving on the left. Unless we're playing next to a double grieving, in which case the accommodate, obviously, is pretty good. I think I might take this and replace the double grieving with it, actually. I think the listen mechanic's really strong. Alright. Nadine pushes open the door to your store and steps inside. She scans the empty shelves, taking in every inch of the place with discerning, analytical eyes, before gesturing for you to join her on the stoop. Your store, is it always like this? I mean, where are all your customers and your products? There's hardly anything on the shelves. This is not a good start to the conversation, and she's... Boy, what a draw. Well, I'm gonna play this. We know she has triangles. She really wants this to work. She's looking for any excuse to keep us on the route. And the cards in her hand are not bad. No, I'm not here to buy anything. Just taking a look around. Please... Okay, I was hoping she could accord off that. Can you accord off this? Okay, well, she made an accord happen. There we go. There we go. I'm not making any decisions until the end of the month, but if you don't turn things around, I'm afraid we'll have no choice but to drop Bartow from our route. I wish it wasn't the case, but the Rilkers are able to cause a lot of trouble for us. Nadine shakes her head as she heads down the street, an ominous sign for the looming decision ahead. It is, in fact, quite ominous. Huh. So, the double triangle clarifies a good card. The double circle, double triangle is also pretty good, but I don't know that we need a third one. We could just replace our, we could just do a nothing change right here. I guess the question is really just, do I want to drop something for double triangle clarify? I think the answer is no. I know we've been having kind of a hard time with this deck. Right now our deck's capable of a lot of things, but it's also pretty luck reliant. And if we took this, and we just dropped, like, say, grieving into triangle, then that makes us more consistent. Yeah, alright. And we're just maybe going to be a little bit worse at certain kinds of interactions, but we got to be actually good at some in order to not lose the game. I don't even know what lose the game would mean here. In order to not tell a story that sounds very sad. Although, honestly, with the way things are and the earthquake on top of everything, maybe there's no ending for this that isn't very sad. Caravan's going to Pachinko. Huh. And we won't be able to talk to Nadine there. For some reason, I've already forgotten this. I'm so bad with names. He'll be there, but we won't be able to talk to him. We could maybe have a chat with Isabella that goes a little bit better. Great Cambit is not actually a useful place to go, it turns out. I mean, we have to see Anka. Have to. Oh. Interesting that we won't be able to talk to them, but we can at least check in on little Basilio and see how things are going. What was the caravan schedule? It's going to Anka last. So it's going Pachinko, Clifton, then across to Ramina. I'm actually very torn about this. I don't want to go to Anka last because I don't want our last interaction with little Basilio to be something that happens with eight fatigue cards in my hand. Yeah, I don't know. Fortunately, not a decision I have to make right now, because we are very out of time for today. So that is going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I know this is a pretty unusual sort of game, I think. Both for us and for, in general, for video games. But I'm actually, like, completely in love with it. I don't know if that's coming through. It probably is, because I probably never shut up about it. I'm really glad that I get to show this off to people. I get to help people see a thing that they might otherwise have missed. When you come back next time on Monday, we may be reaching an ending, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little sad to see it go. And we'll see you then.